Live at Paganello 2014 with Tim Morril. Hi Tim, how are you?
Wonderful.
Can you tell us something about you?
I'm Tim. For this tournament, I'm officially Timbro. They called me Timbo my whole life, and then last year at CFC, I think it went, "Hey, dude, you're such a bro." And then he looks at me and goes, "You're such a Timbro." And then that was the beginning of the nickname Timbro. But I'm the owner of Morril Performance, which is a consulting business. We're leading the charge in terms of performance education for athletes. And I just got off of an Asia tour. I was in Singapore, Perth, Australia, Manila, and Boracay coaching. And then we just finished up the coaching part of the tour, and now I'm on a Beach Ultimate playing tour. And this is the 5th of 5 tournaments.
Is more important business for you or sport?
Both. It's lifestyle. It's lifestyle. If I am out in the trenches playing and kind of testing my ideas, then I think I'm going to be a better coach in the long run.
How did you start to work performance?
I started as the captain of Salisbury Buzz Ultimate. It's a Division III school in Salisbury, Maryland. And our team was really good at throwing, catching, offense, defense, the skills part of the game. But we weren't athletes, and we were getting injured. So I went to the head strength and conditioning coach at Salisbury. His name was Matt Nye. It's just like, dude, you know, we're getting injured. We're not jumping high. We're not running fast. What's going on? And he was really empowering. He was like, well, dude, just get him in the weight room, and here's some speed ladders, and kind of showed me the basics of strength and conditioning. And I had known about personal training and kind of fat loss and that sort of thing, bodybuilding, but I didn't know anything about developing athletes. And he became my first mentor and kind of showed me the road. And I fell in love with it then, and I knew I wanted to train and become the best athlete I could be and become the best person I can be. So I decided to make a business around it, and that's Morril Performance.
What's the most important quality for an ultimate player? The physical, mental?
I think that there's a balance between the two. I think on the mental side, I like the idea of, there's my captain, Tishar, good call. The Zen Jam continuum is a good way to think about the mental side of things. So, what's that? I look better now? So the Zen Jam continuum idea is how I attack the mental side of things. Just that there's times that we need to be very mellow, kind of Zen mode, in touch with our breathing, stretching, just very aware and mindful. And then there's the other side of the spectrum, that's the jam mode, where we need to be able to flip the switch and pick up a big heavy deadlift or make a big explosive play. So I think if we think about that as athletes, kind of what side of the spectrum we're on and how to flow between the two and find that middle sweet spot that we call like Kiji, then that's a kind of a good template for the mental side of things. For physical, I don't think that there's one quality. I mean, we need to develop many qualities. We need to develop strength, power, flexibility, mobility. In ultimate, there's definitely a power endurance quality. I could say that there's a quality that we don't really need, and that's just raw endurance. I see a little too much of that in ultimate. People still doing distance stuff and kind of, you know, train slow, be slow idea. So we need a lot of qualities, but there's definitely some qualities that we don't need, and endurance is one of them.
You said that Paganello is your first tournament from a long time that you didn't play.
Yeah, so I played all the way up through grad school, and I was just a bag of injuries. I was always getting injured. So I knew, and there's some wacky stuff going on with my body, so I kind of immersed myself for 5 years to learn strength and conditioning and build a business to allow me to live a lifestyle of constant training and playing. So for the past 5 years, I've been just all in on helping other people meet their goals and studying under some very good strength and conditioning coaches, traveling the world, learning, going to conferences, reading books, and starting to set up my own business, which I sell online products and also do consulting. So really somebody who just wants to learn, teach, and play frisbee, to learn the whole business side of things. It's taken a while to get everything set up, so it's kind of a delayed gratification. A couple years where I really just not much social life, just like head in the books, out grinding, hustling, and now I'm on since everything's going good, the products are selling well, like Morril Performance is really thriving. I've got coaches and people really kind of rolling with what we're doing and supporting us. So now it's back to beach ultimate. So I can only play beach ultimate because I have a junky Achilles tendon. So I'm going all in on beach. So
that's because the ground.
Yeah, I did a lot of stupid things, silly things when I was a young athlete. I used these things called strength shoes, which have a big like thing on the front, no heel, and I destroyed my Achilles at a young age. So field doesn't do it for me, but I'm a beach patrol lifeguard. I love to ride surfboards. If I could be barefoot my whole life, I would. So it makes a lot of sense I like to freestyle. So it makes a lot of sense to go all in on beach.
I saw you before the match, tipping or doing some freestyle shot.
I'm working on that. So I usually play freestyle with a 175 gram disc. That's not how you're supposed to do. You're supposed to play with a 165. So all I can really do with a 175 is just bat into the wind and then do this little body roll. But now I'm working on the reverse body roll. So yeah, I like the body roll as kind of the Zit Jam idea. When I do a body roll, if I'm not in touch with my breath, or if I'm tight somewhere, it'll show up in the body roll. So a lot of times it'll just kind of like I'll hit it and I'll be like, oh man, my right shoulder is tight, and that kind of tells me, hey, I need to spend some time kind of mobilizing my shoulder, grab the lacrosse ball, do that sort of thing. So I try to constantly do body rolls just to kind of become more aware of my body. But yeah, this is the 5th of 5 tournaments in a row in my first year back to beach ultimate.
Just the last question. Can you give us some advice to survive at the beach ultimate like Paganello?
Well, the most obvious one would be stay hydrated, right? But from a movement perspective, I think it's very important to do 2 things every time that we warm up. And that's mobilize your hips and activate your glutes. So my dude Russell Wallach came up with this word glutivation, which is just activation of the glutes, #glutivation. So every time before you warm up, you just gotta think through, hey, my hips are stiff, so let me think, we call it 4-way hip. Let me stretch front side, back side, inside, outside. Open up your hips. Once your hips are open, then just turn on your glutes and do some glute drills, and that's going to make you more efficient on the field or on the pitch, as all these British guys say. More efficient on the pitch, and that's going to save you energy and help you get through the tournament.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely, thank you. That's good. Good interview, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.